high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
News now on 102.7 The Game.
Reporting for Cromwell Media News, I'm Rob Nichols. The Davis County Fire Department tackled two unrelated fires on Saturday night. The first incident occurred around 9:30 p.m. on Jackson Road South, where home's roof de-icing a heating cable fell in the attic, sparking a blaze. Crews responded to prevent further damage. Several hours later, about 3 a.m. Sunday, firefighters were called to a landfill fire. Working alongside landfill employees, fire crews managed to contain and smother the flames. Officials have not determined the cause of the landfill fire. No injuries were reported in either case, according to authorities. Governor Andy Beshear says Kentucky's winter storm death toll is now up to 15. The additional fatalities were announced over the weekend. On Saturday morning, the governor shared a 73-year-old man in Ballard County and a 64-year-old man in Hart County had died. Beshear announced the passing of a 66-year-old man in Davis County hours later, asking Kentuckians to wrap our arms around those families during this difficult time. The names of those storm victims have not been released. Evansville police are searching for the driver of a light blue Ford SUV involved in a hit-and-run incident on Riverside Drive near Kentucky Avenue Sunday afternoon. The victim, a man in his late 30s, was forced to walk near the road due to the snow-covered sidewalks when he was struck in the chest and knocked down. Notably, the passenger reportedly smiled as the incident occurred. The suspects remain at large as the investigation continues. I'm Rob Nichols reporting.
When something goes wrong with your plumbing, it never happens at a good time. It happens fast, and it needs fixed fast. Call RFI Plumbing. We're local, licensed, fully insured, and ready to handle everything from emergency leaks to everyday repairs and full plumbing projects. No guesswork, no runaround. Just clear communication, quality work, and a good job done right. When it matters most, trust the local pros at RFI Plumbing.
When the uniform comes off, the service doesn't end. I'm Brian Basham. Join me every Saturday morning on K-News 101.3 for The Other Side of Service. Real conversations about life after the uniform. Hear from veterans and veteran service organizations like AMVETS, the VFW, the American Legion, the Owensboro-Davis County Veterans Organization, and Veterans Empowered Together. The Other Side of Service, Saturdays 7 to 10 a.m. on K-News 101.3.
And now, Western Kentucky weather on 102.7 The Game.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Jeff Lyons with your 14 first alert forecast. For the overnight hours, cloudy with a low of 24. On Tuesday, light rain or a wintry mix and fog across the region, a high of 36 degrees. Then cloudy on Tuesday night with a low of 19. On Wednesday, partly cloudy again, but dry with a high of 27. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jeff Lyons with your 14 first alert forecast.
On the air.
102.7.
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
Clearance, Clarence. Roger. What's our vector, Victor?
Hello, sports fans, and welcome to
Live at 5.
It's Live at 5, and it's brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtree, FWHlegal.com. And now, your host for Live at 5, Stephen A. Turner.
What's up and welcome to Live at 5, brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtree. One call for injury law, that's FWHlegal.com. Stephen A. Turner here in the Floor Concept Studios, joined by Coach Vic Evans.
What's up, man?
Looks like we're getting a little melt going on outside.
We need a lot of melt going on.
Yeah, so I got a message for Macy Schools, another NTI day.
Oh, NTI day tomorrow?
For city schools tomorrow.
For city schools. That's kind of surprising. I thought they'd go to school tomorrow.
The side roads are just terrible. I mean, I guess you could put the buses all the way on the main roads, but I'm not coordinating that. So I completely feel their pain. I mean, the side roads are pretty bad with all the slush, you know.
Yeah,
and I think overnight it's probably going to freeze if I had to guess.
Well, I mean, and it's supposed to get up, I think, to like 38 tomorrow. So maybe we'll start getting, and then more snow on Tuesday sometime. So we'll see what happens.
Hope it's rain. Hope it's rain instead.
Well, it's going to. They'll say like a light dusting or freezing rain, and we'll get like 7 inches or 8 inches or 9 inches. Might as well.
We got to get back to basketball.
I
At some
agree.
point, we got to have something to talk about here on Live at 5.
We had some basketball this weekend, quite a bit of it.
We did. Yeah, we're going to talk a little high school basketball here to open the show in just a little bit. We're scheduled to be joined by Heather with Western Kentucky Outdoor Expo. Talk a little big expo coming up at the convention center.
I wonder if they have anything for biathlon.
I don't know. The triathlon?
No, the biathlon.
What's that?
You never seen like in the Winter Olympics where you snow ski and then you shoot and then you snow ski cross country snow?
Yeah.
It's the biathlon.
Okay.
I mean, it's outdoor. I mean, we got biathlon weather here.
Yeah, I mean, you might be able to get it in the next couple days.
I mean, the Winter Olympics are getting ready to kick off.
Sounds like they're going to have a little bit of everything. We'll talk to Heather about that. About 5:15 is the schedule. We'll see. We'll adjust it to whatever we need to do. We'll talk a little Cats, bounce back on Saturday, and then we'll talk a little Kentucky Wesleyan mixed in there as well, and then a little NFL, get you reset there on the back half. Whatever else, a little potpourri there to close out because there's really not a lot going on. It is the week of the big game, though.
Yes, the big game.
It's the dumbest thing ever.
Well, I mean, it's just the way it works.
I don't understand. Somebody have to explain it to me like I'm 5. Why we got to say the big game?
Because it's do you want somebody to have a show called Live at 5 somewhere?
It's a game, though. Like, it's not like we call, the Rose Bowl the big game,
I know, but they trademarked the Super Bowl back in the day. It was trademarked.
So when you're discussing it,
no. When we discuss it, we can say Super Bowl.
Well, the only reason why I say this, I was listening to Vikings radio all day. I listened to the Purple Daily guys, and I listened to Paul Allen today. And I heard it called the big game multiple times. I'm like, can you not say Super Bowl?
No. See, okay. Us talking about the game, we can say Super Bowl.
Okay.
But let's say you are a company. Let's say I'm a furniture company. I'm Steve's Furniture Shop. Mm-hmm. I want to run ads. I can't run ads and call it a Super Bowl sale. Okay, you can't do that. You can't tie yourself into that. You got to say, "Hey, it's the big game Sunday, and we're going to run it. We're running a special all weekend."
Yeah, if you're doing something,
no, you and I can say the Super Bowl and talk about it.
We can just discuss the Super Bowl.
Yes,
that's good because I feel like that's pretty common to say.
Or we couldn't run like a special at Cromwell to be like, a Super Bowl madness to win or whatever. I don't know. I'll say this. I'll say nobody listen. Here's a funny antidote.
I've got a funny story for you too.
So I
haven't even told you this.
No, this was last night. Of course, we recorded Beyond the Bench, and when we record it, we do live stream it. So if you missed the live stream, you can still listen to Beyond the Bench right after us. But we were discussing some weather or whatever, and Brad was making a joke about his normal day job. And he's like, we got plenty of ice melt. And I was like, great, I want to talk to you after the thing because I needed some. And he was like, oh, yeah, we got like 19 pallets. And we finished recording probably around 7:30 last night. So I called Brad this morning, and I was like, hey, man, I need 4 bags of ice melt, maybe 5. What's it going to cost me a bag? And he's like, dude, I got to work this morning and we're sold out. Like we're having to call people who had pre-ordered like 20 bags and say, can you get by with 12? And I was like, you said you had 19 pallets on the broadcast last night. And he's like, so people must listen.
Between
7:30 last night and 7:00 this morning, they sold like 20 pallets of ice melt.
Wow. I mean, it's almost gone organically.
Yeah,
at this point, but that's interesting. I was leaving I had to leave the Wesleyan game.
You did.
I had to bounce out of there. I had some things. It went into overtime, of course, on a day where I had time constraints, so I had to run right out. So I was actually going out with the crowd, and I was talking to Alan. I was taking him home, and we were having a conversation about the game, and there was a young man in front of me. And, I apologize to him as well because I'm the worst with names, like the absolute worst. I want to say Derek. Okay. I want to say
Which means
Derek.
It's probably Tom.
It probably isn't even close to Derek. All right, but he'll know because he listens. He'll know what I'm talking about.
It's kind of like Cindy and Kathy, and
then you can text the text line and let us know what your real name is, and we'll get it out there. I literally asked his name so I could talk about it on the air, but he's like, me and Alan are talking, and he like stops me and he's like, "Who are you?" And I was like, I'm Steve.
I'm Stephen A. Turner. That's who I am.
Steve. I was like taking it back for a second.
You didn't bigwig him and say,
I had no idea what he was going to
you should know who I am.
You never know. It's like, I don't know. And he was like, man, he's like, you and Vic on Live at 5, man. He's like, I put you guys in my headset while I'm at work, man, and I love listening to you guys chop it up. He said. And,
hey, thank you so much.
Man,
There's
one of the 13 fans.
There you go.
There.
You got to meet one of the 13 fans.
I still don't handle it. Very well when people say stuff like that.
It wasn't like Cindy who brings Diet Pepsi to Brad as he walks into the sports center.
Yeah. No, it marked with Brad's name on it. Yeah, it's pretty. But I don't know. I feel like this might be a little bit bigger than that because this guy was like, he's just out in the wild. Like at least she interacts with him in the sports center.
That's true. That's true.
This is just a random guy who listens to Live at 5.
Well, thanks,
regularly.
Derek, Tom, Dave, whatever your name is.
Derek,
thank you so much because I know how Steve is with names.
I should know that. Listen. If you take the time out of your day to listen to us, then I appreciate it. I should at least take the time to jot your name down.
Well, I'm kind of used to you. I'm always surprised you get my name right, to be honest with you.
You're absolutely right. If I wrote it down wrong on the paper, I'd read it wrong. So
hey, Bob, how was your weekend?
Yeah, but anyway, download the Owensboro Radio app. You can listen to the show at work. Put your headphones in, listen at work.
There you go.
And or you can do that on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you can assume your podcast. We are streaming out there on social media and YouTube as well. That's what I was trying to get out. And the text line's wide open. The Green River Area Federal Credit Union text line 270-903-0389. Let's go ahead and kick it off. Talk a little basketball conversation. We'll start with on the boys' side. We'll do a girls Owensboro Health Top 10 tomorrow. We'll still look at some results.
No player of the weeks because a lot of teams didn't play.
It was like 6 games all week.
And it would be, let's be honest, it'd be a lot of cheerleaders that would win on the player of the weeks because a lot of them actually placed down there in Florida.
Apollo, didn't they put I saw where Coach
Apollo did. We sent that out. Ohio County did. Catholic had a good showing down there.
Good stuff.
I will say, talking about like youth sports and the moneymaker it can be, they have like 47 different divisions and stuff.
Yeah.
They got it running down there at Disney. I can tell you that right now.
ESPN Wide World of Sports.
Yeah, I think you were had to buy to get your picture taken in front of the Globe. I think everyone on the team had to buy an entry into the park just to get the picture.
Yeah, probably.
It's crazy.
So. Yeah.
It's smarter people, man. That's kind of like the guy that got like the little umbrellas in your drinks, and he's like a billionaire now.
Oh yeah, that's not a bad idea. But congratulations to the E-Gals.
Yeah, E-Gals, the Eagles. I saw where they finished 6th in their division. We put that out on social media today.
Not only that, but you got out of here. I mean, you got out of this
You weren't
mess,
at Snowmageddon.
This freezer for the past week. I don't think it was great down there. But
no,
saw some iguana warnings down there.
My mom called me because she lives in Bradenton, which is just south of Tampa. Mm-hmm. And she called me and she said they decided to do like an ice outdoor, like they had the outdoor stadium series for the NHL. We had it here on 102.7.
Yeah.
They were playing at, Raymond James Stadium. So they had this whole big thing where they put the ice down, there's stuff underneath to cool it and keep it, NHL level ice. But then when they put it down, they put over this big, huge tent thing that would also freeze it to keep it throughout the week. Okay, and it was like 37 degrees in Tampa.
They barely needed it.
You didn't need it. Like you bring the NHL to Tampa, and all of a sudden have an outdoor series, and you get snow warnings in Tampa.
Man, that's it. It's not good. I mean, it was looking at the map down there. I think one day it was the low in Miami was like 33.
Yeah,
I mean, that's Miami. It's getting pretty
it's
far
getting
south.
Deep. There was.
I thought it'd be safe always down in the Florida Keys, but maybe not. I did see where
global warming.
Where they picked up. I don't know about that. I did see where they had a frozen iguanas. What am I trying to say? AAA baseball team. That's going to be the name of the team.
Okay.
The frozen iguanas.
Well, they put those warnings out because they'll fall out of the trees and kill you.
Yeah, right. They'll fall out and then fall on your head.
Yeah, and kill you.
I think once it gets below 40. They freeze up.
Yeah.
And they just fall
out of the tree.
That's crazy. I just want to live somewhere where they have that.
Is that what it is?
The ability to have a frozen iguana warning. That means it's tropical enough to where you barely have to see it. But
I don't need iguanas falling out of trees at me.
No, I don't want that to happen to me. I just want to live somewhere where that is a warning, because obviously it's tropical. But McLean County plays 6th in nationals, according to Jalen on the Green River Area Federal Credit Union text line. Anyway, circle all the way back. Basketball. That's where we were going. We'll go Friday night. Davis County, Owensboro Catholic doubleheader. Better game than anticipated on the boys' side. I thought Owensboro Catholic defensively played pretty well on Friday night.
I think the Catholic played the style you have to play to kind of to frustrate and beat Davis County. Be very patient on offense, make them play for 45 seconds to a minute and a half of defense. And then I thought Davis County, both teams looked rusty, hadn't played or practiced most of the week. Yeah. And then I thought Davis County once they got the ball, instead of just playing their offense, I thought Davis County tried to score 10 points in like one trip, and I think they got caught looking at the scoreboard a little bit, like it was 15-8 at the end of the first quarter, and I think they were thinking, we averaged close to 80 points a game. We got 15. We got to go score. Mm-hmm. Well, no, you do that for 4 quarters, and you beat somebody 60-32, and you almost run and clock them. And so I thought they did not play well offensively. Now, some because of Calicott's defense, but also they forced a lot of shots. They took some bad shots, and I think some of that had to do with the style that Calicott played. Yeah,
look at Davis kind of going through the motions a little bit. I mean, that probably happens when you're off a week, and you're getting to the point where you shouldn't be at this point as a team, where you just know in your mind you're going to bust, just roll through the competition. But I think it looked like a little bit of that too, and Catholic came out with a little chip on their shoulder, playing with a little extra fire.
It was physical too.
And if Catholic could have hit a layup, I think you're going in the late fourth quarter, and it's like a 5-point game. But
we're not even talking about layups through contact. No, just open layups.
Yeah, it was rough on that mark.
And once again, being off a week.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. And I thought Watkins kind of got his nose busted early in the game. Kind of took him out of things a little bit. I mean, he had his nose plugged. I mean,
on both
nostrils.
Sides.
I almost said it again. Both noses plugged. He had both nostrils plugged. That's got to be tough. I mean, and down the floor with that pace and tempo. But
mouth breather.
Yeah, I am anyway.
There you go.
You got Moss had 25 on the other side. Murphy led Catholic with 14. Davis County's 19-3 on the season. They've got South Warren on the schedule tomorrow. You got Owensboro Catholic scheduled to play Greenwood tomorrow. Catholic's 11-8.
Yeah, and Catholic needs a win though.
They do. No, they do.
That's like 5 in a row now.
5 straight. Yeah. 5 straight, and to be honest with you, most of the teams in our area is probably going to be 1-4 in that schedule. So they played some really good teams.
Yeah, but you need to get back into it.
You played Grayson, you played Davis, you did lose to Apollo, you lost to Caverna, and you lose to Kirkwood, Tennessee. I mean, those are 4 high-level games in Apollo, of course, a big district rivalry.
Yeah.
So
we've got a big Friday night in high school basketball here at Cromwell, because you guys got a Catholic Owensboro doubleheader. We've got Davis County and Apollo on LME. VJS will be at the Sports Center doing the Owensboro Catholic doubleheader. So I think we got like 5 games on Friday nights.
Yeah. No, it'll be hopefully this gets cleared out of here and we're able to have games tomorrow. That's my thing. I don't know that some of the county schools will play until the end of the week. I mean,
outside of the city of Owensboro, probably so.
Yeah, I mean, it's a long layoff.
You're
starting to look at over a 2-week layoff for some of these teams.
I know Ohio County got in the gym for their first practice yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, and you saw some out of the, Meade and Breck hooked up in a district class yesterday, which is interesting because it's like they can play on the weekends, but it's like, will they play tomorrow? I mean, I don't know.
Well, what's crazy is you couldn't play Friday, but you could play Sunday.
Right. I mean, and can you play today? Could you have played today?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Why wouldn't you? I mean, most of them are NTI days. You can play when you go to NTI days. If you can play on Sunday, you can play on Monday and Tuesday.
You would hope. So that's what I'm thinking. Like, so you're firmly in the side of Davis County and South Warren and Greenwood.
That's happening
and tomorrow.
Oh,
both happen.
Yeah, that happens.
Good. Okay, well, that's good. I hope it does. There'll be more to talk about. But Meade did avenge that loss over Breck earlier in the season. Aiden Medley was big. He had 24 in the victory. Meade moves to 13-7. On the year and just trending in the direction of being the 1 seed there. I say that. I mean, if it's Hancock and Breck, then I think you would, it's a more highly competitive game. If it's Meade and Breck, or Meade and Hancock, then I firmly favor the Wave. But I think in the 11th it goes by RPI.
RPI. I'm looking that up for you to let you know who is.
Meade's in
is way ahead.
Yeah, in the RPI. So they're in the driver's seat with that big victory on Saturday. Like I say, or on Sunday, big game from Medley. And he's a scorer. He's really
without a doubt.
He's really been playing well for him throughout the season. Schaus, of course, is the big scorer for them, but Medley with the great showing there. And you got it pulled up.
I do. I got Meade's got like a .08 lead. I mean,
well, it's just you look at the win and loss column. Breck's 8-13, and Meade's
at .568, and Breck is down at .488. So it'd have to be a huge jump.
Yeah, it puts Meade in line to play Cloverport in the first round. Then you set up a Breck-Hancock matchup, and, hey, all bets are off.
Yeah.
In that
I think Breck would still be the favorite, but I think that's a better matchup for Hancock.
A lot of these district matchups are going to start crystallizing here in the next week or so. You got Apollo who coming off 2 big wins. They beat Owensboro handily on Friday night. Landon Henning, 19 points, 13 rebounds in the win there. Then they came back on Saturday and got a win over Glasgow. You had, I believe Glasgow was the regional champs of the 2A in their area. So nice win there. Tate Powers led the way with 21. Henning duplicated his performance from Friday with 19 and 13 more. Apollo's sitting there 15-5. They host Davis County on Friday.
Yep.
And to me, that's I think that's a game that the community would be interested in.
Yeah, Caleb and Dan will be there for the game of the week, brought to you by Moore Automotive for that one. I'll be on my way to Ashland, Ohio on Friday, so I won't be there. We'll have Friday Night Lights Out because of all the district games and stuff, getting it back on Friday, too. I'll be doing it from the hotel room in Ashland, Ohio. But yeah, I think that's going to be an interesting game, and it would pretty much lock up the 1 seed for Davis County, which even with the loss because of the RPI, which is I think what the 9th uses also, Davis County's pretty much locked into that 1 seed.
Yeah, and you look at if Catholic beats Owensboro on Friday, it's locked up. It's over. It's locked up. It's going to be Catholic and Apollo and Owensboro and Davis County. I think it's trending that way anyway, but you got to play that game first. And if Catholic gets the win, it's secured. Owensboro will be locked into the 4 seed, and Davis County's all but locked into the 1 seed with the win over Apollo.
Yeah, and I mean, it would shock me not to get the Apollo Catholic game, and I would be willing to bet that would to me would be the best matchup in all the all the first round district games on boys or girls side.
Yeah, and over at the All A, and even on Friday, people are already talking about it. I mean, they're already like, all right, this Apollo Catholic matchup
could be a good one.
Round has potential. It's one of them classic 9th district first round matchups.
You have a potential regional semifinal team getting knocked out first game of the district, because either one of those, whoever wins that game has a shot to get to the semifinals.
I think if you're sitting there and you're saying, well, Catholic's lost 5 straight, man, they're really not playing good basketball right now, and it seems like they were, and they're trending the wrong way. I'd caution you on that, because I'm telling you right now, there's not a team in this region outside of the top 2 that's got a winning record in their last 5. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, I mean, you look at
Caverna's a top 10
they
team.
Played Grayson.
Potential.
They played Grayson, Apollo, Kirkwood, Caverna.
A fully strength Caverna, by the way.
Right, not the one that you saw at the semifinals of the All-A. And prayers up to those players at Caverna that were injured in the car wreck.
Yeah, man.
And so they had like 2 guys out. One got to play, I heard, on Sunday morning, and I assume played in the semifinals. So I assume he played in the state championship game too. But there was 2 that were out. Yeah, other than Davis County and Grayson, I'd have a hard stretch looking at that, going, okay, any other team in the region goes better than maybe 2 and 3.
Maybe.
You may get a win. Maybe somebody may be Apollo.
You may beat Kirkwood. You might beat Apollo.
Yeah,
maybe Kirkwood. I don't know. But the other 3, no. It's not happening. We already saw what Grayson and Davis is doing to the region.
Yeah.
And Caverna, I mean, with Lightning with full strength. I mean, look out. I mean, that's a really good team. So if you're seeing that record and you're thinking, oh, man, they're coming back, I disagree. I think this is still a Owensboro Catholic team that's probably a top 5 team in the region.
Let's talk to a week from today. Let's talk to a week from tomorrow, because you got Greenwood, who I think is a very good matchup for them. Even though Greenwood's good, that's a team you can go down and win.
Should be a W.
Yep. Then you got Owensboro.
Should be a W.
And then you got the rematch of Apollo a week from today. Mm-hmm. And then, we'll see what, at the very easy could be 3-0 and sitting now at like 14-7. And you're like, oh, okay, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, no, it's Yeah, I mean, I think people will definitely view them a lot. They 3-0, and the next time you do a top 10,
yeah,
I think you definitely get viewed differently. And it's awesome. That something's got to give. I mean, Apollo hasn't been to the regional tournament since 2018. Catholic has made every single regional tournament since Tim Riley walked in the door in 2016. So they went to 10 straight.
Mm-hmm.
They were 10-0 under Riley in elimination games in the 9th district. Right. So something's got to give. I mean, one of those streaks is going to come to an end. Or I say that, or continue for Apollo. I mean, it'd be the longest streak in school history that they've been without a regional tournament appearance. So it's got all the makings, and already setting the stage for a district contest. It's a little less than a month away.
Super regional.
Yeah, right. That's the answer to everything, I guess.
I'm just, usually in the ninth you get a team knocked out that's in the top 5 or 6 teams in the region. To be, just the way it is.
Yeah, and I talked about this too. Going through those memories, of the biggest upsets.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I mean, so if you're sitting there today, if you're like we are sitting here saying that it's almost a lock that it's going to be Davis or Grayson, right? I mean, but I'll give you a scenario. I'll just give you a scenario. Davis and Grayson draw the same side of the bracket, semifinals. Grayson beats them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they go to the championship game.
Mm-hmm.
They got 5 players that can score, right? But they don't really have necessarily that guy that'll kill you inside, but they can score the basketball. But how many times have you been in the sports center where a team just can't buy a basket? I mean, I'm not here to tell you that an Apollo or an Owensboro Catholic or an Ohio County couldn't find a path.
No,
to pull an upset against. I don't think they could beat Davis. I'll be clear. I don't see a path for him to beat Davis. And I'm not disrespecting Grayson, but Grayson's a little bit more of a shooting team.
Right.
So if they went in there and just went ice cold from the field, now you got Jack Logston, who's almost an upset buster. I mean, the bottom line is Jack Logston's going to score 25 on a night where he just can't hit anything because he's a scorer.
Let me just put it this way.
I'm just trying to bring some intrigue into it.
I think to get a winner outside of Grayson or Davis at the regional tournament, then I think it's mandatory that for that to happen, the best path is for Grayson and Davis County to be on the other side, because I don't see any team going in and beating both.
No.
Okay. And then now for the best draw of the regional tournament, you want Grayson and Davis on the opposite sides of the bracket. And I was joking with Lucas.
The whole community outside of the teams that are pulling for the other schools want that.
Right. And I was talking to Lucas, and he was saying, "Hey, we're going to have we're going to pull the New York Knicks and have the Coke ping pong balls to make sure that. Oh, we're just making sure. Well, I'm locking the door, and they're going to keep redrawing until they are.
Yeah.
No, but listen, there was no way. I mean, I guarantee you if we were doing Live at 5 back in 2015 when Apollo beat Owensboro in the district tournament, we'd have sat here and swore up and down and probably put our house on it that those two teams were going to see each other in the regional championship game. Didn't happen.
No.
So now that's the reason they play the games. Now, if you'd ask me to put a number on it, I would say if you played the regional tournament 500 times.
That's a lot of time.
Okay. I'm going to put that you get once to a team outside of Davis
it's just
County
like the
or
end
Grayson.
of the Avengers when he asked Doctor Strange, like, how many scenarios do you see? And he said 1.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
I'm going to say 100 times. I think it's a little less. I think it's 99. I'm going to go 100. 99 out of 100 times Davis and Grayson wins it. So you got a 1% chance. But listen, that was a better chance than what NC State had against Phi Slamma Jamma.
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
that's a better chance than Kentucky had against Arkansas
I would
weekend.
go back a little further. I'd go all the way back to like 06 and say, like, if you're following the region that whole year and you're like, there's no way that that Owensboro Catholic's not winning the region,
right? And Apollo wins.
Or if they don't win it, then the Meade and Riley Bennock is going to win it. I mean, it's pretty much a lock, and then. You don't even get either one in the finals. It's Ohio County and Apollo in the finals. So it's a lot. I think this year there's probably a little bit bigger gap.
Oh yeah.
So But anyway, it's something.
But there are teams out there in other districts that say you can't play in the Sports Center and you can't beat teams from Owensboro on the Sports Center. Maybe they should just call Holy Cross because that team can shoot in the Sports Center. That team team was lights out in the Sports Center.
Yeah, we move into the girls' side. We'll cover this pretty quick because we're going to dive into the girls tomorrow. But yeah, shout out to Owensboro Catholic. Got a win over Bishop Broussard yesterday morning, 8 a.m., 58-56. They beat them and battled all throughout. Manahan had 15 to put them in the finals, but Holy Cross was a different animal in the championship.
Completely different animal.
Yeah,
and
they flipped the script on Catholic. What Catholic liked to do is what Holy Cross did, and they did it just a little bit better. And they had more length. Yep. I thought when Catholic would try to trap them, they just the court vision to keep their head up and find the open young lady. And I tell you what, they didn't miss open shots. I mean,
two things. One is, and I watched them play earlier in that day, and I knew it was going to be a tough road for Catholic. It's such a good passing team. And if people could learn anything is when teams, and we see this with Wesleyan, we see this at every level, like when teams want to trap and press, they want you trying to dribble the basketball through the trap and the press. But all Holy Cross says, no, we're just going to pass it. Like they would break the press and it may never see the floor. And the other thing is that you don't find a lot. They had a point guard that absolutely took Manahan out of the game offensively for the most part. And she's the best player I've seen play this year in person.
Yeah, Johnson.
Unreal.
Was really good. And Holy Cross, there they move on to win the All-A. Great crowd on hand for both games. Hats off to
and
Lyon
corner
County.
Threes, Holy Cross. And literally at half, they were 7 of 10 from beyond the arc. And like 6 of them were corner threes that never touched rim.
Well, they were playing my kind of basketball.
Just pass it.
Ball movement.
Yes.
I mean, just incredible.
And their floor
passing.
spacing was so good.
It was. They were a very well coached basketball team. Owensboro Catholic was as well. It's just one of those things where it just didn't work. I mean,
tough matchup.
It looked like the Lady Aces were a little bit out of gas as well yesterday afternoon. But they did get a big win over Davis County. You talk about regional victories. They took down Davis County on Friday night. Manahan was huge there, 27 points. Kennedy Lane had 21. I thought Briley Henry was incredible.
She was absolutely. I mean, if you were going to give away a Davis County Player of the Week, it'd be Briley Henry because
she changed the game.
Completely changed the game. It was very physical on Catholic side. Davis County was not handled the physicality at all. And Briley Henry said, "You want to be physical? I'm going to be the most physical player out here on the floor." And at times, completely dominated.
She did. No, it was fun to watch, man. It was a great game, and I don't have a sneaking suspicion we'll definitely see that one a couple more times, maybe 3 more times, like we did last year.
I would be completely shocked if you don't see it at least 2 more times. Yeah. I know you're going to see it once.
Yeah.
I don't see a path for an upset.
One of these two teams will have to play Breck, who's coming off a win yesterday over Meade, 52-43. Grimes had 16. Radzewski with 12. The Lady Tigers are 14-7. Drops Meade to 10-8. But Meade competitive there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was a hard-fought battle. Rounding out the girls' scoreboard, South Spencer. You know, they're kind of rising up, right? They got this Division I transfer.
You believe their sectional will start tomorrow?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's early for that. Meese led the way with 19. Kanan, though, the transfer going to Butler, right? Committed to Butler. She had 14. They're 16-5 on the year. Be fun. And right when we start talking about them, they're about to.
What's crazy is
sectional.
That entire team's back next year.
Oh, yeah.
They may be the front runner for the early preseason #1 in the ESPN preseason poll next year.
No doubt. They're flat loaded, man.
They are loaded.
We'll dive into the girls' third region and also Henderson County and Southern Indiana. They'll have a lot of Southern Indiana flavor on the top 10 tomorrow as well. But we'll pause it right there for Karen Gross, realtor with RE/MAX Professional Realty Group. Your dream is her mission. Give her a call at 270-315-9810 or find her at KarenGross.net. It's live at 5, 1027 The Game.
What distinguishes Foreman Watson Houltry from many other law firms? It's the pride we take in the communities we serve, stemming from the deep roots our attorneys have in this region. We view giving back to our hometowns as an obligation, not an option. Foreman Watson Houltry, dedicated to you, committed to justice. FWHlegal.com.
Chad, how do winners win shopping for a new vehicle?
The Red Tag event at Don Moore on 54. They'll be winning, picking, and grinning.
All in one place.
New Chevy Trax, $23,495 or $299 a month.
And with non-commissioned product specialists.
There's no fiddling around.
New Silverado Crew Cab, $39,990 or $499 a month. DonMooreChevy.com.
Scan the code.
Memorial Hospital are teaming up to honor the incredible educators in our community with the Southern Indiana Top of the Class Teacher of the Month program. Each month during the school year, we will spotlight one outstanding local teacher who's making a real impact in the classroom and beyond. Do you know a teacher who goes above and beyond? Nominations are open now for educators from Tell City, Perry Central, Cannleton, South Spencer, Heritage Hills, and all of their associated elementary schools. Thanks to Perry County Memorial Hospital, each selected teacher will be recognized on air, online, and across the community with special shout-outs, certificates, and more. Nominate your favorite teacher today at owensbororadio.com/top of the class. That's owensbororadio.com/top of the class. Brought to you by Perry County Memorial Hospital. Trusted care for our community, proudly supporting the educators shaping tomorrow's leaders.
Getting sick was not on my to-do list today. 3 conference calls, the kids have practice, and we need groceries. Who has time for a sinus infection? Fortunately, Owensboro Health Urgent Care offers convenient virtual visits. No long lines or waiting rooms, just quality health care from anywhere that works for me. Now that fits my schedule.
For life's ups and downs, choose Owensboro Health Urgent Care. Start your virtual visit at owensborohealth.org.
It's game on every weekday from 5 to 8 in the morning with Unsportsmanlike. Brought to you by Floor Concepts. Catch Evan, Canty, and Michelle breaking down the biggest stories, the boldest takes, and the realest reactions only on 102.7 The Game. Your home for ESPN Radio. Unsportsmanlike delivers the passion every true sports fan craves. Brought to you by Floor Concepts, where design meets durability. It's Unsportsmanlike weekday mornings 5 to 8 only on 102.7 The Game.
This is Travis Holtry from Foreman Watson Holtry. You know, I recognize that there is a stigma against personal injury lawyers, and I understand that stigma because of some of the ways that personal injury lawyers portray themselves. But at Foreman Watson Holtry, we are real people helping real people with their injuries. We are your one call for injury law. Foreman Watson Holtry, dedicated to you, committed to justice. FWHlegal.com.
Let's get back to Live at 5 with Steve and Coach on 102.7 The Game.
Live at 5, brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtry, FWHlegal.com here in the Floor Concept Studios. Being joined by Heather in Brooklyn right now with the WKU Outdoor Expo. How you guys doing?
We're doing well. How are you?
Man, good.
Super excited.
And you guys have a podcast. So
We do.
I'm going to go ahead and let you guys take it from here then, right?
Okay. I mean, if we're going to do a shameless plug, I'm here for it. A couple of Sassholes podcasts. We're on all of your streaming. If you're into true crime, that is something that you should be looking at.
That's me and my fiance wear out some true crime on Netflix. So, I mean, you know, we could jump right in.
Where's your phone? I'll start following.
Yeah, go ahead. Now, you hit it up. Apple Podcasts. I've been saying iTunes for so long. I think that went out in like 2019 or something.
Well, give us your iPod.
I still promote. Before y'all leave, I'll get it. For real. I'm a big podcast listener at work, so yeah, it is what it is. But we got to talk about the WKU Outdoor Expo, right?
Yes, the Western Kentucky Outdoor Expo is this weekend at the Owensboro Convention Center. So we're talking Saturday and Sunday. On Saturday, it's 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., and then we're kind of squishing in the hours on Sunday, and so we're doing 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. It is free. I think that's the most important thing.
Right. That's what I wanted to promote because people can get behind free.
And
see a lot of folks there.
There's a lot of parents that have been in the house with their kids, and I'm sure they've made all the snowmen watch Frozen a million times. But this is a free event. Bring all of them. Yes, and there's so much going on. So our entire purpose was to really bring the great outdoors indoors with this convention, and so we're super pumped about it. We're gonna have Roots RV there, so my favorite thing is to go through RVs. Like, it's a weird favorite pastime.
I kind of like it too. I'm a big tiny house guy.
Yes.
I love tiny houses. Like me and my fiance were looking at, trying to get somewhere. We have to be able to afford it, So it's like a tiny house. We might be able to pull that off in a tropical destination. So RVs lately, though, have kind of taken the place. I'm like, okay, maybe we could do that instead then just drive it wherever we want to go.
Yes.
Right. So,
like, if I could take my house, so we have a small RV, and that's like our entire life. And so another reason why I'm so obsessed with them. But yes, you should go to Roots RV. They're going to have at least 5 rigs there. Mm-hmm. So there's going to be a ton of different sizes and shapes and whatever you're looking for. So make sure you come there to go through and kind of tour them.
And then, of course, we're also talking about we have a boat coming in from I-69 Marine. We'll also have a kayak or canoe. It's always fun whenever you're working with vendors. We're not 100% sure which one's going to be there.
Right.
But there's going to be a lot of fun things just to experience.
Right. And we actually partnered with Owensboro Racing and Gaming, and we're turning the lobby into what we call base camp this year. Yeah. So it's going to be all camping, outdoor themed. We're going to put a TV up for the big game. And I know you guys, I guess you like sports. Here,
we
right?
we just discussed this big game situation.
Yeah. So they're doing it and, solo stoves, fun stuff to do, a bar and concessions in the lobby. So, and again, our event's free. So we want you to come hang out, experience it, all levels of outdoor. See, we always joke about it because I took my first overnight camping trip on a campsite with her at the end of last year.
So you're the camper.
So she's the outdoorsman, and I'm getting into it. But that's the thing about our show is that it's all over the place. Like if you're just like, that might be fun. Or if you just want to go tubing at Cave Country Canoes, they're going to be there. And you just show up with your cooler or whatever you want, and then they do everything for you. So it's all levels, like hunters, outfitters, fishing experts, the Department of Kentucky Fish and Wildlife is bringing a game warden and selling licenses and having people there to answer your questions. So it's all over the board.
So yeah, you got it all covered. I mean, it's whether you want to check out an RV or check out hunting equipment, fishing equipment, and then you got base camp, which sounds like a good time. Owensboro Racing and Gaming, certainly a good time. Great partner there. But the convention center is going to be hopping. Like you said, there's so many people around town that's been cooped up.
Yes.
I mean, I feel like it's a free event at the convention center. Saturday from 9 to 7, Sunday 10 to 6, leading right into the big game.
It sure is. We were like, you know what? Let's just cram it right up to the front end of this.
So when you go outdoors, like, are you like straight up like in a tent, like outside camping, all the whole deal? It's not like just at a cabin where you can actually go inside and.
So I married an extreme outdoorsman, and so like my husband likes to live on a mountain in Colorado and hunt elk. So like he's kind of intense. Yeah. And so with that, it's caused me to kind of become pretty intense with it too. So like we're into RVing. We really like boondocking or dispersed camping where you're not hooked up to anything and you have your RV. Ours is really small because we wanted to make sure it could like fit into those environments. But we also do like hiking, backpacking, camping, all of that. I don't do the hunting.
I've never been a fisher.
Yeah,
a little bit. Fish a little bit for sure. It's been a long time for me, but I'm more on your side of things. Like I feel like I could get into it though. Like as I'm getting older, as long as the weather's not like it is right now, then it has to be like warm, not super hot. Maybe a spring or fall camper.
That's me. I'm a fair weather outdoors lady. So
maybe somewhere where this has access to a shower at some point.
Yeah, I just have parameters. Like when we went and I got my husband likes to tent camp, and she talked me into it. And he was like, "Oh well, she said it, so we could go." But we went, and it was so fun. And she walks in our tent, and she's like, "You guys have a nightstand in here?"
They had a nightstand, like a real. It was from a home nightstand. Wow. I don't care what you say, Heather. That was from a home nightstand.
Listen, I have parameters, and I wanted somewhere to set my phone.
So see, this
like a bedroom.
See, I try, and I was all about ready to promote y'all's podcast. Now I'm seeing how entertaining you are, and I'm having second thoughts because we have to stay at the top of the food chain here in Owensboro. I mean, we're live at 5.
Well, listen, you can listen to us anytime. So you first, and then they can subscribe on Spotify.
That's pretty incredible. When they do subscribe, promote it. Little plug here. What can we expect when we subscribe and listen? I mean,
we have to be so honest with you. We are pretty rated R. Number one, you're kind of rated R with the topic in general.
Kind of are. Yeah.
Right. True crime is not for the faint of heart.
Yeah.
And we are very much focused on kind of the comedy side of it, which I understand that can be a double-edged sword no matter how you kind of want to interpret that. But when you're talking about such difficult subject matter, the whole concept of it is difficult. We try to come up with those moments that can give a little bit of humor to it. But like the main focus still at the end of the day is making sure that we're telling the story. We're talking about the victims. Mm-hmm. We're informing people of ways to get help, catch red flags, what went wrong, what went right as it relates to like the justice system and the entire court process. And then we really just dig into the bad guys really hard.
Oh, it's so fun.
Well,
It's
I got to
so
get
fun.
your thoughts then. What about this Karen Reed situation? Are y'all into that?
Oh man.
I was like,
Like,
I feel like I have to look at Heather. I'm like, we've talked about it.
Did she do it?
Offline, but
No.
not in person.
I don't.
No, I haven't followed that
Now I'm
one.
going to be. Don't
No.
come at me. This is my. But yeah.
Well, now you got a topic to dive into and discuss because
Well, that one.
I got pretty deep into that.
Well, what do you
recently.
think? Because I think she didn't do it.
I think she didn't do it. I mean, it didn't make it. The evidence didn't show anything.
No, I don't think she did it. Now her personality wasn't the best on
Right,
her
yeah.
documentary. She kind of.
Yeah, I mean,
showed-
if you talk to her, you might think she did it.
Or
Which
you might-
documentary?
The Karen Reed one.
It was what I
don't
can't
remember.
remember.
The Karen Reed one?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. I had to make sure that we were on the same page. We are doing a thing.
Which one are we talking about?
I've watched so many. We've done over 180 episodes.
Our 180th episode comes out.
That's dedication. That's why most podcasts don't survive. You know, there's just no dedication to it.
They don't make it past 3.
Yeah.
I don't blame them. It's hard to
3
not
episodes.
make money.
Yeah. Good thing we like to talk and we like to hear ourselves talk. So.
Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. That's great, though. No, it works out great for a talk show, right? So, you guys, Western Kentucky Outdoor Expo this weekend.
That's right.
Come down and check it out. It's Saturday 9 to 7, Sunday 10 to 6. Got just about everything.
Yeah, check us out on Facebook, and then we also have our website, westernkyoutdoorexpo.com. And so that also has a whole vendor list. So if you want to see, check out who you're going to find whenever you get there, make sure you take a look.
There you go. All right, ladies, thanks for coming by. I'll see you down there. I'm going to bring my fiance down. We're going to walk through some RVs. We may switch from tiny houses to RVs.
There you go.
I'm going to say you should.
And then, like you said, mountain. When you said mountains, I was thinking, well, I love the beach, but then sometimes you can get some mountains. You can just mix it up when you have the RV, right?
Yeah.
They've done both.
We in the same year. Like we've gone to Florida and then Colorado.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
I just got to find the money. That's the key. This gig needs to pay a little more, and we'll be right there.
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Well, if you do come down, though, to the show, you might be able to see Sasquatch on Saturday.
Okay.
There's a rumor that he's making an appearance.
Man, so we'll be on the lookout for Sasquatch down there. Be sure Owensboro Convention. It's free.
It's
people.
free, literally.
It's free. Family event this weekend, Western Kentucky Outdoor Expo. Ladies, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Podcast again for the people out there that may want to listen.
Yes, a couple of sassholes.
There you go. There you go. We'll take a break. We'll get Vic back in here, talk a little UK basketball, a little KWC next, live at 5, 102.7 The Game.
Looking for a financial partner you can trust? Look no further than Green River Area Federal Credit Union. Whether you're saving for the future, buying a new home, or need a loan, we've got you covered with competitive rates and personalized service. Join the community that cares about your financial well-being. Visit Green River Area Federal Credit Union at one of our 3 locations in Henderson, Greenville, or Owensboro and experience the difference today. Your money, your future, your credit union. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. When something goes wrong with your plumbing, it never happens at a good time. It happens fast, and it needs fixed fast. Call RFI Plumbing. We're local, licensed, fully insured, and ready to handle everything from emergency leaks to everyday repairs and full plumbing projects. No guesswork, no runaround. Just clear communication, quality work, and a good job done right. When it matters most, trust the local pros at RFI Plumbing.
Hey, it's Bob McDowell from 270 Tactical. 2025 has been a great year, and we couldn't have done it without the incredible community that continues to support us. Because of you, we're heading into 2026 stronger than ever and expecting an even better year ahead. Stop by and check out top firearms, optics, and accessories from Benelli to Winchester, plus custom orders handled by our expert team. Visit us at 1737 Sherm Road and be part of what's next with the 270 Tactical family. We'll see you soon.
CJ 105.7 is proud to celebrate the educators shaping the future of Southern Indiana with the Top of the Class Teacher of the Month program. Each month during the school year, we will highlight one amazing local teacher who's making a lasting difference inside the classroom and out. Have a teacher who goes the extra mile? Nominations are open now for educators from Tell City, Perry Central, Cannleton, South Spencer, Heritage Hills, and all of their elementary schools. Thanks to the support of Ohio Valley Gas, PSC Fiber, and the Perry County Public Public Library, each chosen teacher will be honored with on-air recognition, a certificate, shout-outs on social media, and more. It's time to recognize the educators who inspire, uplift, and lead with heart. Nominate your favorite teacher now at owensbororadio.com/top of the class. That's owensbororadio.com/top of the class. Brought to you by Ohio Valley Gas, PSC Fiber, and the Perry County Public Library. Proud supporters of local education and community excellence.
I'm Gail Niehaus with Century 21 Prestige, delivering $1 million service at every price point. With trusted local market knowledge, I help you buy or sell with confidence. Visit GailNiehaus.com or call or text me at 270-316-7257.
You can trust that your heart is in expert hands with Owensboro Health Heart Care Specialist, Dr. Jessica Babert. For advanced heart care close to home, schedule your appointment online with Dr. Babert at owensborohealth.org/heartcare.
And now, more Live at 5 with Stephen A. Turner and Vic Evans on 102.7 The Game.
Live at 5, brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtry, FWHlegal.com. Stephen A. Turner, Vic Evans here in the Floor Concept Studios. Check out that Western Kentucky Outdoor Expo.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'll go down there too. I love to camp as long as I've got ESPN and a regular toilet.
That's why I was saying the RV may be the way to go.
I tell you what, one of the coolest things I've ever seen is when we were doing some traveling and we staying around that we would go to D.C. for a couple of days and then we would go out to this horse farm that was turned into a, basically like a really cool place. They had these things they called yurts, and they were these round buildings and they had like this almost like rawhide stuff, but then it was all fully furnished inside. So you were like a
teepee,
it was like
igloo type thing mixed between the two.
Yeah, kind of mixed
Not
between
ice,
the two.
But teepee material.
Yeah, and it was called a yurt, and they were really cool in there
at the Outdoor Expo this weekend.
Yeah, I'm
Sasquatch may be there.
Hey, I'm a big Sasquatch guy. I believe in Sasquatch.
You believe Sasquatch?
100%. And you're right, Karen Reed did not do it.
I know. You never know to test. That hadn't got to that topic. I was big on that because of the documentary.
I was too. I was too. I'm going to check out there. I'm going to call a couple sassholes. I love true crime. Like I got really into Bardstown when that was a great podcast. Bardstown was really good. So I'm going to check that one out. And
we watch every murder mystery on Netflix, every single one. I mean, it's like
I think I do too.
Mostly, I'm not big as one on the ones that are in Europe or whatever. There was one over there that happened that was pretty crazy that we followed, but. Yeah, there's Netflix documentaries, man. They'll shake you to your core a little bit.
Some of
the new one. What's the girl that went missing? What's the girl that went missing and they found her? We just watched it recently. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. It was in Utah,
right? Yeah, and it was her boyfriend.
She ventured away. No,
not that one.
No, he kidnapped her out of her bedroom, and he was a fanatic, and then she just randomly walked home one day.
Huh, okay.
Yeah.
Here's the thing you have to worry about. I mean, you have to keep in mind those. There's also always like an angle on those documentaries. Like,
of course, yeah.
You can go back to the very first one that made it big was Making a Murderer.
That was definitely slanted.
That was slanted heavily in one direction.
Yeah.
And
so I still don't know. I still don't know if he did it or not.
I think he did. I think the
Dassey kid, though.
I thought the one, like it was his cousin or whatever, that they kind of, he literally, one, he has some disabilities. And one is like, okay, I did it. Can I go home and watch WrestleMania now? Like, I don't think he understood what was going on
in there, too.
Yeah, I think he got railroaded.
Yeah, that's a shame. But if you haven't seen Making a Murder, check it out. With spoiler alert.
I mean, come on, it was only like 9 years ago. Come on, it was like pre-COVID, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, it was. It was a long time ago. But that's kind of what kicked it off. Kind of it's very interesting. But anyway, let's move it on. To the Cats.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm going to destroy them here on the show, we got to talk about.
Well, listen, we learned a couple things. The Minnesota Vikings ownership listens to Live at 5, and so does Pope, because you came on here and we kind of destroyed him, and he goes out and wins.
Told him he had to win,
and sticks it in our ear.
Yeah, definitely. I know Mark Pope's a big listener of Live at 5, and I've always had his back here on Live at 5, to be clear.
You love Mark Pope.
85-77. I will say in the games that I've watched this year, it was the most watchable game. I think this is the best game they played all season.
Yeah, I thought they played really well. I mean, Doug Schall tried to get in there. Like now, a couple of technicals were very well deserved. The one they called because the guy flexed to the camera may be the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And
it was real chippy.
I will say this. I'm not sure I even really buy into that much. Like, when I first saw it happen live, I kind of caught out of the corner of my eye, and I thought, oh, great. Okay, this was like Christian Laettner or Minu Timberlake thing. But the more I watched it, I'm not so sure the Arkansas deserved the technical too because
he threw the ball down.
I don't think he really threw the ball down on him.
The ball just kind of deflected off of him.
The ball deflected off his hand and hit the player, and then he was stumbling and stepped over him. It wasn't like he was trying to step. I thought that one was pretty cheesy too.
It was kind of weak, especially when you reviewed it. You know, I thought on a slow motion replay,
like he didn't catch the ball and throw it at the player.
No, I thought but at the end of it, I thought Kentucky outplayed him. I thought Kentucky
100%
showed a lot of toughness, especially when Arkansas came back and took the lead, and you thought, oh, here we go. But they power back ahead, and that to me that was impressive. Also, with the chippiness. You know, there's a lot of folks out there that think maybe this team's not playing hard for Pope, you know, and I think maybe that's probably true in some of the games that we've seen this year, obviously, right? But this game here, I mean, as chippy as it was and the way it felt, it really felt like the guys wanted it for Pope.
They did.
I think they took Owe especially.
They did, and maybe Brandon Garrison just needs to go out and hit somebody every game. They're 9-0 when he gets a technical or flagrant one foul. So maybe I do want to say this.
Garrison's at his best when he's fired up.
I do want to say this about that game. All right. For a long time, I thought the most just could not stand fan base on social media was Vol fan base. I thought it was the most obnoxious fan base in the world. Mm-hmm. And I thought the most just myopic fan base in the world was Nebraska football because you've been irrelevant for so long. Tom Osborne walking through that door. Let me tell you, I was wrong. The dumbest fan base is Arkansas fan base, and it's not close. Arkansas Razorbacks have the dumbest fan base in all of college sports. Yeah. Like they're dumb. They're idiots.
Yeah, I'm not as plugged into it, I guess, as I just don't listen to it.
They're going on and on about how this was Kentucky's Super Bowl. Please. You're Arkansas. You're irrelevant.
I mean, I don't know why it was their Super Bowl. I mean, you look at them. I want to be let's first, Noah got some time.
Yep. Played well.
That was a good thing.
Played well.
He got some rebounds. I thought he played well. I thought Moreno just continues to develop. He made big play defensively at the rim. I thought he was great. He had 11, especially down the stretch. Yep. After they made that run back, Moreno was a big factor late in the game. Chandler hit some big shots, obviously, but Owe was back to the Owe we'd seen, previously. He's been kind of building to that. But I just want to take a second because Caleb put it in the group. Caleb is the ultimate troll. I love Caleb, to be clear, but he's the ultimate troll. Like when you're down, he's going to come along. He's going to kick you.
No,
as a sports fan.
Hold on. When you're down, he turns the knife that's in your back.
Yeah, I mean he's going to come along. He's going to drop a text in the group chat just to fire you up.
Yes.
That's just what he does. So Arkansas makes this big run. They got the lead, and he sends this message about Kentucky fans. They've been belly aching for years. They didn't know how good they had it with Cal, and blah blah blah.
I think some of that's too because we kind of wanted Cal gone. It's also aimed at you and I.
That's fine. I'm going to stand right here and stand right firm on it. I am going to tell you.
I wouldn't take Cal back.
It's not even – it's absurd, okay? Kentucky went just as far as Arkansas did. Arkansas beat them head-to-head last year. Whoop-de-doo. They went just as far as Arkansas did last year, right?
Yes. Yeah, went to the Sweet 16.
Right? This year, Arkansas's won. Think about this. Think about this. Kentucky is having – if you ask the average Kentucky fan, you would say, everybody's going to tell you, we're having a terrible year. It's a terrible year.
I think it's a disappointing year because I don't think it's terrible.
It's not terrible right now because they just beat Arkansas. But they go out and lose the next game, then everybody's going to say, man, it's a terrible year.
I think people are disappointed because your head coach set up before the season said it's great to be able to get this Ferrari out of it. I've got a Ferrari now instead of a Volkswagen.
But the vibes are not – they haven't been good.
No.
Real bad for Kentucky basketball.
Yes.
Okay. Well, they're only one game better. Arkansas is only one game better, like in the win-loss column. One game better. So, I mean, it's classic Cal. Well, he's absolute mid. I mean, he's absolute mid.
Cal's the most overrated coach in the history of college basketball.
For anybody that's sitting there trying to say, oh, man, they should have kept Cal. Look at him now. Well, okay. Like one game better?
So we'd have lost in the SEC.
I mean, we might have went to the Sweet 16 last year.
The last 5 years Cal was there. Already. We won one SEC game and no NCAA tournament game. SEC tournament game and no NCAA tournament games.
Cal, record, since he went to Arkansas, 38-20.
Yep.
Mark Pope, 39-19.
Yes.
Case closed.
And more top 15 wins than Cal.
Don't know what else to say. I don't want Cal back.
No.
I don't care if this team doesn't make the tournament. There's not 1 ounce of me that ever has wanted Cal back, ever.
No.
Just to make that clear. Because you got Seth Greenberg out here running his mouth about Kentucky fans.
Well, Seth Greenberg stuck up Cal's rear end.
He's delusional.
Yeah,
I mean, Kentucky fans are unrealistic.
No, let's be honest.
I will say Kentucky fans are a little unrealistic.
Let's be honest. You know who the most unrealistic people are out there? College basketball sports media, because the coaches that go to the different events and buy them dinner and hang out with them and give them nuggets, no matter what they do, they hung the moon. The average national basketball media is so tied into the coaches. They're more tied into the coaches than CNN is with the Democratic Party.
Reminds me of a guy that used to cover high school sports here locally. There for a little bit. Just saying. I mean, it's like you get these nuggets and you think, oh, man, I'm this big thing. Seth Greenberg, man, are we unrealistic a little bit? But don't tell people how to fan. At the end of it's Kentucky.
Right.
I mean,
let them fan how they want to fan.
No,
and that local media, too, it wasn't. Some of it was just fake because it was like catfishing media.
He wouldn't have,
be honest.
Seth Greenberg wouldn't have any idea what it takes to be a fan. And listen, I'm not a full-blown fan either, but I admire the ones that are. I mean, the Big Blue Nation is about as good as it gets. I mean, they could play a game in, Hawaii next week, and they're going to have more fans there than Hawaii. Yes. I mean, that's just all there is to it. So, I mean, Greenberg can say whatever he wants to, but he's wrong on that one. That sometimes can be unrealistic, but the way he put it off is like, well, they think they should win every game. Come on, man. It's not.
Hold on.
The way he's
Hold on. You're a fan. Every fan in the Vikings, the Bears, they think they should go 17-0 win the Super Bowl.
I know.
Kentucky, 40-0 every year. That's what fandom is.
It's because there's more of them, I think, is what it boils down to for Seth. But
at least we're not dumb like Arkansas fans.
Yes. I'm going to talk about Kentucky Wesleyan. We're almost out of time here. The men won 70.
We're gonna have to, I guess we're going to go.
We have no time for another break.
Right. That's fine.
Let it go. We got Travis coming in Wednesday. Yeah. He's paying for it.
So there you go.
How about Kentucky Wesleyan 73-71 over ODU? About gave me a heart attack.
Great gutty win, though, in a group that played a ton of minutes Thursday and Friday against two teams that play 10, 11 guys. They do that, line changes. Ramos on Saturday, the smooth operator, willed Kentucky Wesleyan to a win.
Jorge Sanchez Ramos.
The dude,
man.
He's a dude.
Saturday.
You've been wrong about a lot of things, but you've never been wronger. And that's the biggest wrong ever.
It was.
When he sat there and told me, he said, no, ain't no way this kid can play point guard. I was like, Steve, man, I'm telling you, I know you've only seen you've missed his best game. This kid's going to be really good. Nope, can't play point guard.
No, I did not see it. I mean, I just flat out didn't. And I don't know where they'd be without him. I mean, he is
the bottom of the GMAC.
They would be, yeah. I mean, with the minutes that he logged and the way he played in that overtime period, huge offensive rebound. Then he hits the big shot. They finished with 24. I thought Key was incredible in the first half of that game. But man, you look at him now,
Vontae doing everything.
Oh yeah, Vontae deserves a ton. He's not going to show up in the scoring column as much, but rebounding the basketball defensively everywhere you need him to be. KWC's 14-8, 8-6 in conference. They've won 4 straight. I didn't get a chance. The point standings were supposed to come out today. I was slammed at work. Didn't get a chance to see if they did. But what you need to know is in the loss column, Kentucky Wesleyan is right there in the 3 spot. I mean, all the way up there. Well, I say that in the 4 spot because ODU or Lake Erie's got 5 losses.
I'm looking right now where they are on the points.
Ashland's got 4 losses. Walsh has got 2 losses.
Okay. In the point system, Wesleyan right now is 6th.
6th.
That's
because they haven't won on the road.
Okay. Ashland is second at 3.87. Lake Erie is third with 3.65. Northwood and Ohio Dominican are tied with 3.44. And Wesleyan's at 3.43.
Yeah.
And you got a big game Saturday where you can get some big points. That's what I was going to say.
The road win over Ashland, if they were to get it on Saturday, would really catapult them up the standings.
Yes.
So that's this Saturday, man, you're going on the road with them. It's going to be a monster game against Ashland, a team that they beat earlier in the year here at the Sports Center.
And they won at Ashland last year.
They swept them last year, didn't they?
Yeah, they won at Ashland.
Yes, they've won 3 straight against Ashland. They match up well with them. Maceo Williams is a dude in the middle. But we seem to really match up well with them. And that all of a sudden, like I said, for the rest of the way, if Kentucky Wesleyan keeps winning, that is, the next game will be the biggest game from here on out. And the next game is Saturday. They get a full week to rest, heal up a little bit. They're a little banged up. Get up to Ashland and go to work against Maceo because if they were to win that, I think you'd probably see them jump into that territory where they're probably going to get to host a home playoff game in the GMAC tournament, which would be massive. And the way this team's playing, they may not go down again. I mean, I say that. They kind of collapsed at the end. It looked like they were exhausted against ODU, fouled the three-point shooter, and up three, fouled the three-point shooter, about gave me a heart attack, but found a way to win it. I was pretty silent in overtime and calling that game. I was so disappointed. Man. But they found a way to win it. So did the women. The women are right there, tied for fourth in the conference. They don't go by points.
Nope.
They're tied with Findlay. They travel to Ashland. That'll be a monster.
Got to finish ahead of Findlay, though, because Findlay has the sweep.
Yeah. And Ashland's not going to be an easy task up there.
But they did beat Ashland at home.
They did. No, they did. And they're a game up in the loss column on Ashland. So be a monster game. They're 13-7, 9-5. The Neiman's doing an excellent job.
Yep. Hey, Beyond the Bench comes up next. It's can't miss episode.
See it. Get that next. We'll have the top 10 for you on the girls' side tomorrow, live at 5.
You've been listening to Live at 5 on 102.7 The Game. Special thanks to Foreman Watson Hultree for sponsoring the preceding broadcast. FWHlegal.com. Tune in next time for Live at 5 on 102.7 The Game.
Guys have underestimated me my entire life. And for years, I never understood why. It used to really bother me. But then one day, I was driving my little boy to school, and I saw this quote by Walt Whitman. It was painted on the wall there. It said, "Be curious, not judgmental."
Great moments are born from